Saturday, everybody, and it's the last Saturday of 2018. Ah! Hopefully everybody had some good holidays. I believe that Kwanzaa's still going on. And yeah, and other little holidays in between. And hopefully you guys have some sort of plans for ringing in the new year 2019. So whether you guys are gonna play it low key like we are over here, well, not low key, but low key. We're actually going over to a friend's house, probably just gonna wear our sweats. We're just gonna like chill and just, it's gonna be a nice ringing in for 2019, since 2018 was a little harsh. So it'll be nice just to have a nice relaxing evening. So we're going to be up in Marietta wine country, and we'll probably just end up staying up there. Angela Grady, hey, how are you? Hopefully you had some wonderful holidays. So I got the Lok-ster behind camera right now. He is asleep on the herbs, and just have a few things to show you. Oh, and decided to bust out one of my hairs today. Just kind of felt like being a redhead today. Well, sort of redhead, I guess, more like burgundy. I mean, the tips are pretty red, so that's pretty cool. And then I just wanted to show you like a couple of my Christmas gifts, but like, not all of them, but just a couple. Angela said holidays were very good, nice and low-key, which is just what was needed. Yeah, our holiday was well, I mean, it gets a little stressful with family, putting everybody in the same room together, but survived. We are survivors, start playing that Destiny's Child song. I am a survivor. I can do. I'm a survivor. That's the music that was playing when the holidays were finally over with my family. So, hold on, let me get my tea, see if it is still the temperature of lava, or if I think it's still the temperature of lava, but I have my little sloth mug today. Yeah, it's still the temperature of lava. Oh, that reminds me, a bracelet to show you guys. So this was a Christmas gift from the dude. He got me this cool like mother pearl abalone, cool bracelet. I do have to adjust this part here because it is kind of big for me. And I think that they put the rings for this are too big for the little bar. So and I have extra like bars and rings for the bracelets that I make, so I'm just gonna swap that out so it fits better. But oh, and then over the, I guess, holiday break thus far, because we get 2 weeks off, for the schools, so it's nice. 2 weeks I don't have to see my students. They're not bad, it's just, I need a break. But I made this bracelet here, which I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but it's got that kind of tiger eye sheen to it, and this is called Eagle Eye, and it's a dark gray stone. So I've been kind of wearing that to kind of help get me through the holidays. Angela said, was the hemimorphite skull under the tree, or is the dude still tormenting you and making you wait until your birthday? He is still making me wait until my birthday. I was so like, I mean, I had a lot of gifts under the tree. I got a lot of really cool stuff, and I mean, I had a really good Christmas. But yes, the skull was not under the tree. And he was like, he kept saying, well, you tell me a holiday that I should give you the skull. I'm like, Christmas. He's like, other than Christmas. I'm like, wait, in the UK they have Boxing Day. He's like, we do not celebrate Boxing Day. I'm like, New Year's. He's like, no. He's like, how about your 38th birthday? I'm like, what? That is 6 months from now. And he was like, it was kind of an expensive gift and I already gave you a bunch of stuff, so it seems like that would just be way too much. He saw, I'm gonna save this nice gift, he's all for another day. I'm like, oh. So the dude, yes, the dude is tormenting me. The skull is still under the bed where I'm not allowed to go. Angela said Valentine's Day, only a few months away. I know. I'm like, it's like Valentine's Day. I was like, what else? I'm like, what's in January? I don't know of any holidays in January. I was like, or what's before Valentine's Day? I think President's Day. Maybe we can go President's Day. I think that's before Valentine's Day. Either Washington or Lincoln's birthday or something like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait on that. Um, Very interesting though, the energy that's coming off of that skull is like with me anyway. Like whether or not I have the skull in my hands, I would rather have the skull in my hands. I would rather be able to like sit and meditate with it. But the whatever energy that's coming off of it, which calls itself Sophos, like the antivirus software, Sophos is still like hanging out and working with me regardless of me actually physically holding the skull, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so let me show you just maybe a couple of things that I got for the holidays. So like I showed you, I already got this awesome bracelet from the dude. Oh, from the dude's dad. He got me some Prismacolor art markers. So I haven't had markers like art markers since I was a kid. So dead cheeky. She said, ooh, red wig, nice. I know, right? It's like the color of wine. Which is what we're gonna have on New Year's Eve. Well, for me, white wine, you know, the ticker cannot take the red wine, but the white wine we will be having. Angela said maybe if all of your viewers sign a petition saying we need to see the skull, the dude will cave. Hey, you know, that is a good idea. Petition it up, people. Ladies and gents out there, you need to petition it up. Tara needs the hemimorphite skull for her channel. Dead Cheeky is sneaking a watch at work. It's okay. The boss will be like, oh, were you watching Kittens, Weights, and Tarot? Totally cool. Just actually put it on for the whole office, you know? So yeah, so I got some Prismacolor markers, and what's cool about these markers is they are alcohol-based dye markers, and they you can mix them. So if you put them on paper, and let's say you put a blue marker and then you put a different color on top, like you can make new colors, and I'll show you that with my thingy. I work in a mystical shop. Hey, there you go. She's like, and Kittens, Weights, and Tarot shall play throughout the whole shop. And I was like, thank you. So let me just show you these doodads. Okay, so you can obviously mix all these colors. So this is the, it's actual like paint brushes. So like if you're into watercolors and stuff like that, then you'd be into these. So I like to do lots of like art project stuff. Angela loves alcohol markers. So fun to use and blend, but the smell can make me a little squirrely at times. These aren't really that stinky. Like I don't really get a smell off of these, which is nice. You know, I don't get like a headache. Maybe it helped that I was using some incense at the time that I was working with them. But let me show you here. It's got a really nice like fine tip side, and then it's got your paintbrush side, your brush side, which is pretty cool. And then you can mix all the colors, and it's a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with these, and I haven't had a decent set of markers, like I said, since I was a kid. I used to have all kinds of like really nice like watercolors and markers and color pencils, and everybody just knew every year what it was. Easy to get me stuff for Christmas. It was always Hello Kitty, Barbies, and art supplies, which isn't too much different than how it is now. Now it's Hello Kitties, well, a little less on the Barbies, and art supplies. Keith, hey, how are you? Dude, you digging the hair? Oh, and did the little, you know, ear tuck in the hair. trying to make it look a little bit more realistic. And some good color pencils. Hey, yeah, I mean, heck yeah, I have finally a nice sketchbook, and now that I have these, I'm like, I'm gonna have fun. New Age Lunatic, my girl. Hey, hopefully the holidays treated you well. I was just showing off my art markers, my Prismacolors. So I'll definitely show you my semi-bullet journal. I don't really go like full-on bullet journal like a lot of people that have like actual bullet journal channels. And oh, Sammy Menzo and her like witchy bullet journal, envious. But I don't I don't know, mine's like a pared down. I've been maxing my relaxing. Nice, just okay, let's see other goodies. Oh, my uncle got everybody the same 2 CDs, but he figured we would all love them. Keith says, started making vids, also trying to see about getting you on one of my vids. Sure, more than happy to. And how awesome that you're making some videos. Okay, so my uncle, bam, got me these. Keith, oh, I'm so excited. Yay, I'm excited for you. So yes, this was from my Uncle Joe, who's popped on once here before. He got me his main girl, Diana Ross, and he loves himself some Cher. So Diana Ross is his main diva. Keith is out of retirement. Out of retirement like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was out of retirement, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times. So yes, it's the Wonderful Christmas Time with Diana Ross and the Dancing Queen Cher. So it has Dancing Queen, Gimme Gimme Gimme, Man After Midnight, the name of the game, SOS, Waterloo, Mamma Mia, Chiquita, Chiquita, Fernando, The Winner Takes All, and One of Us. So yes, I'm gonna have to load these into my laptop so I can still blast Christmas music, well, at least on this one while I can, and then I can listen to Cher anytime. Okay. Oh, the dude got me something called Squishables. These were from Costco, but I thought they were so cute. There's 2, 4, 6, there's 8 of them. And they're so soft, they're like marshmallows. They're like that really soft, like marshmallowy. Max, how are you, Max? Dead Cheeky, I can't imagine ABBA songs with Cher's voice. Well, I'm about to listen to it. I haven't listened to them yet. I'll let you know how that goes. So yes, so these are my Squishables. This one's a little dinosaur. So I got a little dinosaur. I got OMG, those squishy cuties. Yes. Got a little kitty. It's a little squishy kitty. A raccoon. Because, you know, actually this one, I'm like, oh, it's Loki. Max, I'm good. Hope you and the fam are doing well. We are doing well now that the holidays are almost over. Well, I mean, holidays with my whole family are over. Now it's just the family of the kitties and the dude and our friends and what's that? Woosah. That's what we did. Sherry Bug D, what's up, girl? Hey, we are just going over some cute squishies. So these are gifted from the dude for. I got a panda, and they're so like marshmallowy soft. I just want to like their faces. Dead Cheeky said I need to watch the latest installment of Will Loki Eat It. Yes. It was honey baked ham in the last one. We're gonna do cheesecake in the next one, and I know that we need to buy potato chips. I think it was Sherry Bug that wants to see potato chips, so I will have to. We'll have to try out potato chips on Loki, but we have to buy some because this house does not contain chips. Okay, so this one, we're not sure what this is. I think it's a flying mystical pig. But yeah, I just love to pull on their faces. This one is a squirrel or a chipmunk. Squirrel, chipmunk. Um, New Age, the dude did good with the squishies. Yes, yes. Oh, and then we got it's either a unicorn or a narwhal, but yes, it's probably a unicorn. Sherry Bug said, well, Loki, eat it makes me happy. Well, on this last one, actually got a little bit of Wally at the end eating some stuff. New Age said, mystical pig sounds about right. Yes, we got our mystical pig and our narwhal unicorn. So yeah, those are the squishies. Like I said, just showing off like couple of goodies. Had the CDs. Oh, from my homegirl out in Belgium, sent me a little something. She sent me like a rainbow ornament, which is on the tree right now. And she sent me a piece of chrysocolla, which is one of my fave stones under hemimorphite. And she sent me the Magic Neko deck, which I had on my favorites list on Etsy. But I was like, oh, you know, I have too many decks like for myself. So I was like, I just won't, you know, I've been doing the I'm not buying decks right now thing. And I got gifted a couple of decks. I was like, oh, it is so cute. I have to show you guys. Angela said, I wonder if the mystical pig was supposed to be a Pegasus, but is better as a mystical. I think it's better as a mystical pig. Deepu, how are you? Just showing off some holiday goodies that I got. So this is from my friend out in Belgium. She got me the Magic Nico deck. Deepu said, I'm fine, I'm good. Hopefully the holidays treated you well. I survived mine. I came out on the other side alive. Not that many scars. So anyway, these are the backings. And you can use them as regular playing cards, but for me, I just like looking at the images. And what I like about this deck is because there's a lot of Lokis in here, and there's a lot of Wallies. So, Deepu, I'm not doing readings right now. I'm just kind of showing off some decks and Christmas goodies that I got. And then later on, I'll do a like a 2019 reading, like one whole big reading for all of us. So there we go. We got the Loki. Loki smoking a cigarette. Let me see. Let me show you some. Find a Wally in here. So many black kitties. There's a lot of Lokis in here. Let me get. Ooh, there we go. There's a Wally with the octopus on his head. And then we have oh, Wally on Saturn or Uranus. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, and then we have Wally roasting marshmallows. Oh, and then there was like Wally in a tent. Which he loves his little tent. He's got a little tent that he sleeps in the bedroom. Oh, naughty Loki. So yeah, I thought those were all really cute. Let me see, what else? And then I'll get to our 2019 reading. Dead Cheeky, we sell lots of stuff. Incense, crystals, essential oils, jewelry, ritual items, candles, soaps, books. Ooh, you guys have a lot of stuff. Deepu said, okay, I got it. So yeah, this is really cute. And just, you know, trying to keep today low key. I know that everybody's, well, I mean, I doubt my channel is ever stressful, but you know, just kind of keeping it fun. You know, some of us had a lot of fun with a family. Some of us had to survive our families, you know, so just kind of keeping it fun today. Celtic Witch, hey! She said, I hope you're enjoying the festive period. I am. Showing off my goodies from Belgium, my homegirl out in Belgium. Steph might be either getting ready for bed right now if she's not in bed already. Deepo said, Happy New Year in advance. Happy New Year to you. If I don't, you know, well, you know, I'm going to try maybe, so don't, like, I'll do, now that we can do those things on YouTube where you can like post a message. If I end up doing a live on like New Year's Eve, like we'll count down together, because we'll just be at my friend's house, just kind of chilling in our sweats and everything. Then, you know, maybe I'll do that. And I doubt like you guys will all be watching the live, but I think it'll be fun because I know you guys all got stuff to do. Um, and Dead Cheeky said, yes, Happy New Year's to you all. So yeah, I think that might be fun, but of course I'll have to ask my friend Amanda, like her permission first. Be like, hey, can I do a live from your house? You know. um, okay, I got, and this was a purchase based off of Light of Raga. Light of Raga always making, you know, crystal suggestions and book suggestions. And I finally got a book that he suggested. He said it was kind of pricey, but I ended up getting it for $16 on Amazon used. I love the used section. And it is quite the tome. You know, he said it is a big book. Let's see. Celtic Witch, I hope 2019 brings all you wish and more. Yes, and to all of you as well. Max said, I'm sure mine won't mind. Okay, so this is from, well, the suggestion from Light of Riga. The Book of Stones, Who They Are and What They Teach. This is a revised and expanded edition. Got it for $16 used. Looks like a brand new freaking book to me. So yeah. And this is by Robert Simmons and Naisha Aishian. So that's their names down there. And what's cool about this, and Light of Riga had mentioned this, is as they go through all the different stones, Robert Simmons puts his 2 cents, what he gets from that stone, and Naisha, she goes through her like thing. This is what I get from the stone, and sometimes they're contradictory, but it just kind of goes to show you that, you know, there isn't like one set meaning for stones. Like, oh, this stone is always used for like crown chakra, or this stone is always used for healing of this sort, you know. And it's nice to kind of see that and then kind of put my own like feeling of what I get from that stone. And so I've been having fun with this. Let me just, okay, so I turn to the page that has Demortierite, which I do have, and it gives you some keywords, element, chakras, tells you a little bit about it, like where it's mined from, and then it goes into Simmons's like review of that stone and the Ashian's review of that stone. So let's say we have Dumortierite. It says keywords: divine inspiration, psychic ability, inner guidance, enhanced learning capacity, and mental discipline. The element is wind, and the chakra is third eye, or the sixth chakra. Dumortierite is an aluminum borite silicate mineral with a hardness of 7. Its crystal system is orthorhombic. Its usual growing habits are massive, radiating, fibrous, and columnar. Sometimes it forms prismatic crystals. It occurs in pegmatites and other coarse-grained acid igneous rocks. Its colors include dark blue, violet blue, and red-brown. It was named after the French paleontologist Dumortier. It can be found in Brazil, Sri Lanka, Madagascar, Canada, Poland, France, Namibia, and the US. And then again, it would be going into this. All right. Oh, Dead Cheeky's got to go. I will see you later. And if I don't do a live before New Year's, then I wish you a happy 2019. Okay. So, well, it's a lot of reading here, so I won't like read everything, but you know, it's nice to see like these two people having their points of view, which I think is nice, you know, in a book. You know, instead of having just hearing one voice, it's hearing two different voices and seeing, oh wow, like, you know, that's it. That's an interesting perspective on that stone. And then, you know, you sit with that stone if you have it and you're like, well, this is what I get from it. And I could see how this guy would say this, you know, about this stone, and how this, you know, woman would say this about this stone. So yeah. So Light of Riga, if you end up watching this live or if you're on now, I took your book suggestion and I absolutely love it. Of course, when it comes to crystals, you know, you are the crystal dude. So, so yes, so this is the Book of Stones by Robert Simmons and Naisha Ashian. Celtic Witch, just put it on the wish list. There you go. So it has 76 new stones in here. It's how many pages? It is Oh, hold on. Probably don't want to count the index. Actually, you know what? It has stone properties in the reference index. Okay, well, it actually has stuff all the way up until the end. That's pretty cool, actually. Haven't gotten that far. It is 555 pages for $16 used, which I thought was awesome. Sherry Bug, I ordered Solitary Witch today with my Barnes& and Noble's gift card. Yay, Christmas! Max said, Kitten, are you like a witch? Yes. You know, my, okay, going into my, like, family background, I guess for me, like, I don't have, like, a particular, like, witchy name. It's just, like, I'm eclectic, you know. I have, like, all kinds of, like, bits and pieces, and I'm mostly, like, nature-based. I like working with nature and animals. But um, my Filipino side of the family, so my dad's side of the family, my grandfather would say, in translation, you know, from Tagalog, is that we were witch doctors. But not like the sense, you know, where you see like the scam artists where they're like pulling chicken guts out of people's stomachs and things like that. It's not that. It's more like using the energies and using like herbs and your surroundings to help heal people, and you know, working with their spirit guides and kind of laying hands on people. So yeah, so it's, yeah, so but it's just kind of a different meaning out in the Philippines. You know, we're Visayan, and they were in the mountains of Cebu. So yeah, so there's that. And my grandfather was known to like just like, if you had a nosebleed or anything, just like whip stuff up the kitchen, just like all of that. And then on my dad's mom's side, because his mother isn't Filipino. Her family is Native American from Sonora, Mexico, and they were healers as well, also using their surroundings, kind of like a witch. And then on my mom's side of the family, the Irish portion, they were known to be like like helping to heal people using like prediction and like palm reading and like, you know, that kind of stuff. Although that was kind of like kept under wraps because they were Catholic, you know, so it was like but yeah, I got it from like both sides of the family. Do you think psychic gifts skip generations? You know, I think that everybody has some sort of psychic, you know, ability, because I think that's just part of being a person on this planet, you know, because animals, you know, can be considered having psychic abilities. They have just these, their senses are just so in tune to the energy and what's going on around them. Like, you know, dogs and cats can sense when a storm is coming, you know, things like that. And I think human beings can do it too, but just due to society, we kind of shut it down a little bit, and it's considered like a woo-woo when actually it's just, to me, a very natural thing. So I think some people have it developed a lot more than others. You know, some people can, you know, develop it. Some people, I just think, you know, just like some people are just born with like Olympic track and field ability. You know, and but they still have to train really hard. And some people can train really hard and get really good. Like they can go to the state championships, you know, or become an NCAA athlete, but maybe never an Olympian. So I think it's kind of like that. Bella, hey, how are? Okay, I think my tea is cool enough to drink. Like I said, it's in my sloth mug, which I think somebody said it looked like a little toilet. I'm drinking my sloth toilet mug. Okay, yes, it's much more cool. Okay, other thing I wanted to show you guys. Oh, my semi bullet journal. I don't do like a full on bullet journal, but it's kind of in my diary slash grimoire slash a lot of other things. And I'm finishing up this year, but I got 2019 already in here because I already had all these pages left and I didn't want to waste a whole thing. And I was just like, what the heck, you know, if I fill this up and I go on to another journal. I'll just keep coming back to this one to finish up 2019. Okay, so here is my index. And I used lots of pretty stickers. Some of them were gifted to me from Belgium. Used some of my new markers too. And I don't have like all my goals yet and they're quarterly. So I have like quarter one, first 3 months, next 3 months, you know, next 3 months, next 3 months, you know, down here. And I'll fill them in, you know, as I think of more goals that I want to do, you know, in quarterly increments. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, I have my image and my word of the year for 2019. So my image is this beautiful forest and my word is nature, done in a sparkly green pen. And then I'm going to be filling in movies I watched for 2019, my rating for them, the date that I watched it, and of course I have my She-Ra sticker up here because She-Ra. On this side I have books that I'm going to be reading. Read for guidance, Sunder. How are you? So nice journaling idea. Yeah, I mean it's kind of sort of bullet journal-y-esque, but not really a bullet journal. So yeah, as I read my book, I'll put it here, put what my rating was, the date that I read it. I like the trees, but not the dirt or muddy place. I don't mind dirt and mud if I'm wearing clothes for dirt and mud, where I don't care about what happens to those shoes and socks. I gotta have my nasty shoes on. Okay, and then cards of the month. So I do like a year ahead reading for myself, which I'm going to do for us momentarily on this channel. There's nothing like getting a bit muddy. Yes, Sherry Bug, I seem to do better with a nice journal setup. I kind of got out of the habit last year, so she is going to try to do better this year. You know, I'm really happy with how I set it up this year. I'm like excited to start like doing stuff in here. Max said no, yucky. Okay, so this was my year ahead for me, and I wrote down what decks I used. And then these cards, these are oracle cards that I have for my Sabbats and Esbats. And then down here I have my theme card from this deck over here. So yes, my cards of the month. So I used my Practical Magic Tarot for the card of the month, and then Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle for the Sabbats and Esbats. And then for the theme of the year, I used my Crystal Mandala Oracle. So yay! I think it's just so colorful. It's like I finally have it like the way I want it. And then here's more of my business side, and this sticker got like messed up on the nose, so I just put a little heart over it just to fix it. I will do a journal, then never ever do one, so I will see. So, you know, try it out, Max. So, you know, I have my goals, like what I want to make daily and monthly, you know, for KWT, just so my business grows and becomes sustainable. So that's for business. And these are my inspiration pages. I have 2 pages of inspo. So just that I can reflect on, just makes me happy. You know, all the colors, all the things that I love, unicorns and Hello Kitty and, you know, the beach. Read for Guidance said, I'm good. This year, my theme of the year is to save paper and trees because I'm a stationery freak. So I've picked paperless journaling, have set up everything digital, but nothing can substitute these. Yeah, you know, I end up sticking with like the same journal and just like filling it up until like the very end. I hate wasting pages, so that's why this one's like towards the end of my journals. It's the and then my one of my favorite quotes is everything is impossible until it's not. And actually that came from Surfing magazine probably about 10 years ago, because I used to read Surfing. Because I used to do a lot of surfing, but now, you know, it's I've been so busy. I need to get back out in the water. Reed said, I used to buy a lot of books than needed, but yeah, yours looks very nice and organized. Well, thank you. But anyway, in a surfing magazine thing, it was talking about just I believe it was for New Year's. It was talking about, it was like surf the wave that's never been surfed, and that could be metaphorical or it could be literal. You know, surf an unsurfable wave. And it said, and it's something that I put up in my classroom. Like I turned it into a poster, and it was literally just like a afterthought in a magazine. But I thought it was so awesome. I cut it out and I put it in one of my diaries, wherever the heck that is. And it says, the 4 minute mile, climbing Everest, human flight, everything is impossible until it's not. So that's kind of always stuck with me. I think it's kind of like, I guess it's my motto. You know, I love that quote, and it was in the back of one of my journals. You know, I cut it out from the magazine. I turned it into a whole poster in my classroom. I just think it's really, really awesome. So yeah, everything is impossible until it's not. So yes, my inspo. Okay, and then I do monthly readings for myself, more in depth than the year ahead reading, you know, that I did. And the setup is kind of like, it came from my friend Steph. So this is her setup, but I added one more extra card so that I can have an essential oil for the month. So here we go. Let me turn around for you guys. Okay. Okay, so we have January's reading. So you have the card of the month, you have the color of the month, essential oil for the month, your health card, your love card, family card, friendships, money, and work. And so then I have that same setup for February. Sherry Bug would love a motivation for working out video, maybe playlist, tarot spread, whatever. Okay, you got it. Look for it, because I'm collecting all the videos, like ideas that I want to do for January and kind of throughout the year. So you got it. That's upstairs, because now I'm like, I have to do my Loki eats like potato chips. I have a couple other videos, but yes, I will do a workout motivation, tarot inspired. Reed said, can you show any bullet journal page in this like habit tracker? Can you show that? I don't have, like I used to have like a mood tracker, and that's the one I'm finishing up for this year for 2018. But I don't know. I kind of just like simplified my bullet journals. So yeah, I don't have a habit tracker. I love everybody's trackers. Like they have their cycle trackers. They have like this and this, and I'm like, but I just, you know, I want to keep things simple because I know if I become overwhelmed, I'm not going to use it. Max said, I'm try reading for myself, but it never plays out in the day or the week. Oh, Max said a meditation video. I can do that. You know, I usually pull some cards for myself for the day just to say like, hey, like, give me some guidance for today. And usually I can connect most of the time, like 90% of the time, like what happens. Sometimes I'm like, where the heck did that card come into play? Like today, like tower card? I was sunbathing today. No, no tower. You know, something like that. Okay, so I have my March. I have my April. Oh, by the way, I put pink and blue together. It came out this beautiful purple. And then you have May, and I got this beautiful maroon that I created. You have June, my birth month. Yay! We have July with my treasure trolls. August. Hey, Lok-ster. Loki, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? I am the Lok-ster. I am a gigantic panther. This is my channel now. I am the darkness. I am the night. I am Batman. No, you are not Batman. You are the Lok-ster. Yes. Okay, so then I have September, October, November, and December. Yay! So yeah, let me show you the one I finished up for this year. And I think mine looks now a lot better than my first attempt for 2019. So this was my index 2019. These were my goals, which I met all of my goals for 2018. So pretty happy with that. um, and then my phrase of the year was laugh it off. Miffy. Yes, that's what I did. Let's see. And then these were my inspirational pictures. You know, me and the dude up there, got the Wally. And we hadn't quite had Loki yet, so that's why there's no Loki picture. Well, actually, when I did this, there was no Loki yet. Loki didn't come till the end of July. So these are all I watched and my ratings. The most horrible movie that I watched in 2018, Triple X3. That was unwatchable. It was like so bad, I think I started crying. I was like, why? Why? It's so dumb. I'm getting dumber. Why? And then there were some really good movies. Pink Aesthetics, how are you? Just going over 2018's journal. Let's see, we watched some good stuff like John Wick 2. Freaking awesome. The Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle was actually pretty good. Total Recall, always a win. Mr. Mom, always a win. Universal Soldier, some of these are like, you know. And I liked Monster Truck. I know some people thought it was lame because it's a kid's movie, but I liked Monster Truck. Thor Ragnarok, yes. Let's see, what else was in there? Oh, at the IMAX theater in Balboa Park, we watched Hubble, which was pretty good. We watched Evolution, which I remember watching Evolution, you know, with David Duchovny in the theaters back in the day. Oh, David Duchovny. New Age said Thor. Yes. Let's see. Idiocracy. We watched, you know, that's actually kind of scary because it might be coming true. Won't You Be My Neighbor? The documentary on Mr. Rogers was awesome. The Burbs, always a good one. And Deadpool 2 was the last one that we watched. Deadpool 2 was freaking off the chain. That's probably one of my favorite movies thus far. New Age said, I just came back from watching the new Bumblebee movie about 2 hours ago. Love the Transformers. Oh my gosh, I need to go see Bumblebee. Okay, these were books that I have read. I think I read a good amount of books this year. This is a lot better than I've done in years past, which I think having a tracker, or I guess kind of a tracker, or a list of books that I've read helps me read more, you know, and having my books not just sit around. So I like that. Have my mood tracker. Pink is when I'm hella happy, so I guess I'm mostly happy all the time. Only a couple of crying days or a few a year. So yeah, I'd say my mood is somewhat stable. And then these were my cards for the year. Oh yeah, I watched that. And then of course my whoops. The back of the journal. Okay, there we go. These were my business for 2018, and that was it. I think, yeah, that was the last page. So, and then the rest is just like journals, and I like to tape cards that I receive in packages, things like that. Just lots of journal-y goodness. So yeah, okay, so yes, this is my journal. Okay, homies, let me adjust my hair. I'm gonna do our 2019 reading for us now. So let me. There we go. You got to do the ear thing. Makes the hair look almost real, sort of. I mean, people maybe don't have hair like this, but okay. So here is our 2019 reading. I'm just gonna do a whole like this is just general. I do a yearly reading if you guys want to go check that out. It's on my Etsy shop right now. It's like a year ahead spread. But I am going to pull us a theme card. So this is general. This is just for all of us. Like looking into from January to December. So January 2019 all the way into December. And sometimes, because I do believe in semi-predictive readings where, you have the free will to decide kind of like what direction you want to take your life. But, it's kind of like for me, I like saying, okay, well, if you like do X, Y, and Z, you could possibly have this, happen, or you could possibly have this. So that's kind of like my predictive reading ish. And so for when it comes to like the year being laid out, the year could be laid out that way. But if there are things in the reading where you're like, well, that doesn't sound none too pleasant, well, then, you might want to take steps earlier on in the year to avoid something like that. So, that's like my predictive-ish readings. um, Keith says, I tell people technically it's my hair that I bought. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to pull us a theme card with the Myths and Mermaids Oracle by Jasmine Beckett Griffith is the artist, and Amber Logan and Kachina Micoletto. Okay. And then for the January through December cards, the monthly cards, I'm going to use my Practical Magic Tarot that I am having a love affair with right now. So there's the backings of those. Okay, so here we go. 2019, homies. This is just general, okay? Just general. So I'm not aiming it at anyone in particular, but I am asking that it be for the people who watch this. So whether you're in the live chat right now, or people come back and watch this, or they watch it later, or some at other future date, that it'll be for us. Okay, so our theme card. Oh, which by the way, I don't know about you homies, but do you feel like those of you that are trying to enhance your clairs, your psychic ability, that it was like off the chain in 2018? Like it just seemed like it went because for me, mostly like when I see spirit is usually in my third eye. I feel things, I can like hear things, but it's more like in my head, not like somebody actually whispering in my ear. I now see things every now and then, like somebody walking across the kitchen or orbs. It's been pretty freaking awesome. So I thought I'd just throw that out there. So I'm just saying 2018 was crazy. Okay, so that card that flew out, that's going to be our theme card. So let's look at our theme for 2019. Ooh, Tiger Lily, Tiger Nautilus. Sharebug said, I feel like it has been for me, intuition gone wild. Yeah. They need to make a movie about that. Intuition gone wild. Actually, I have a beautiful half nautilus necklace. Okay, so Okay, so what I'm getting with this card is that maybe towards the second half of 2018, a lot of us were getting major shifts and growths in certain areas. So it could be, like I was talking about, our clairs, our psychic abilities, our senses, just increasing a lot. But there was also increase, I think, in people's creativity, in their job spheres, a big shift in family. And I feel like in 2019, with the energy of Tiger, that I just see this like a massive shift and like massive growth. So, like they say, like with teenagers and stuff and adolescents, they have growing pains. Some of them literally do have pains because they grow so fast. I think that for a lot of us, We could be experiencing some growing pains through whatever area. It doesn't always have to be like a woo-woo area, but like whatever area has been really taking off in 2018, that's really going to take off even more in 2019. And you might experience some growing pains, but they're not permanent, and it's nothing that you can't handle. So, you know, like most kids that experience growing pains are not like, you know, bedridden because they've grown 2 inches, you know. So so yeah, I that's what I really feel. We're gonna experience some growing pains, but you're gonna be happier with the new point of view. uh, okay, so Sherry Bug said she looks so sad. Um, that might be the growing pains. That might be the but she's not like, that's not a full-on cry. That's a pout. That's a um let's see. Bella said, Max, if you're looking to work those gifts, those will help a lot. Pink Aesthetic said, I have grown as a person and physically too. New Age said, Max, get out in the mud, then you'll be grounded. Nice. Okay, so this is our theme. All right, growth, growing pains. So now I'm going to pull out the Practical Magic Tarot, and I'm going to pull the 12 cards for the year. So remember, this is just general. I'm not like singling anybody out in here. Max is like, no way on that mud. So I take it no mud baths for you? No mud baths? Okay, so here we got January already. February. Ugh. My hair, my real hair just keeps getting in the way. Here we go. March. Nope, I'm going to shuffle that again. March. There we go. April. Whew. May is too many cards. Gonna have to fix that. May. June. Hey, birth month. Sherry Bugs, I actually really love that color. Me too. I'm like, it's like dark redhead, which I think is cool. Okay, that's July. August. September is down here. October, Samhain. November and December sticking out in there. All right. Let me just actually show you guys what I'm looking at here. Oop, oop. Let me just so you guys can see what I'm looking at when I'm doing this reading. And I'm gonna switch to this. There we go. So that's what I'm looking at, and let's pull these cards. Oof, oof, oof. Okay. Bringing it in, bringing it in. Okay, drink of tea. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, January. Only clean mud. Okay, January 2019. Yes. We have the Magician. You literally can, it's like saying you literally have control of what you do this year. Keith said, I love it, but nope. No mud is clean. Yeah, so you guys have total control. It's a brand new year. It's like, you know, think of 2019 as a little kitten or a puppy or a baby bird or whatever. You know, you train this animal that is 2019 to grow into however you want it to be. If you want to be like a dick to a cat or a dog, which I do not, then, you know, that cat or dog is going to grow up to be probably none too nice because the person that owned it was none too nice to it. However, if you would like to love and nurture, as you should, your cat or dog or bird or lizard or whatever you guys have, it'll grow into something beautiful that will want to give love in return. So think of this whole year as like your new little baby, puppy, kitty, human baby, birdie, whatever it may be. Yeah, you guys are the magicians for this year. This is, woo! If you could get a card for January, like that should be the card. A Celtic Witch says, I love the magician. Oh, Bella's got to run. Have a wonderful New Year's. Everyone, yes, you have a wonderful New Year's as well. Wishing you lots of love and happiness in 2019. Magician. Pink Aesthetic says, I have a baby sister, barely newborn. Oh, well, there you go. So just that newness, that creation. All right, so I love that. Okay, going into January, February. So we have the ability to create, to make things how we wish in January. We start off the year how we wish. Going into February, we then have temperance, which to me is then, we might get so excited with, oh, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to, change my life this way, and then I'm going to do this, that if you put way too many magical projects out there, you might become overwhelmed and then become bummed when you don't see through all of them, like all of them through. So temperance is just a reminder in February to just keep things balanced, one project at a time, one magical project at a time, wherever in that part of your life you want to, make your changes or do what you want to do, just one thing at a time. So yes. Okay. Temperance. So once we even things out in February, we're going into March. We have like a good start to the year, people. I am so excited. We have 9 of Cups. You can get what you want. So I see a lot of satisfaction coming for us in March. So, where we did what we set out to do in January, had to kind of reel it in, balance things out in February. And then, yeah, everything was like, you get to sit and like look at the fruits of your labor. You're like, I did that. So like I see a good mission accomplished. Sherry Bug said March is my birth month. Yay! So I see a good like mission accomplished. Like I did it. What I started in January, I finished in March. And then maybe you continue on. Maybe you like whatever. This could be in work, could be in family, relationships, like whatever. So that's pretty awesome. And like I said, this is just general. So January, February, March. Okay, so then going on to April. Well, April going into like springtime, Ostara, Easter, all of that. We have the Hanged Man. And I think it's a good time to, a good point in the year for reflection, because that April and Ostara and everything is all about growth, right? And so it's like just finishing up a project and then you're kind of in that, okay, so I'm done now. What is there to do? And I think again, in general for us for April, it's like, you don't have to do anything right now. Like if you were working pretty hard for those 3 months, it's okay to take a breather in April and think about, okay, what do I want to do next? So yes. Let's see. Noach said March is my new year. I work astrologically. Ooh, but January energy is pretty cool. So there you go. So, well, yeah, then March for you is like sitting high and pretty. So there we go. So just kind of like time to hang out and think about, what do I want to do next? No hurries, no rush, no pressure. May. You have intuitive empath, the Queen of Cups. So I think in May, we're learning to become a lot more kind with ourselves. Where we've worked on some projects, we're pretty proud with how we accomplished them. And I think we were good to ourselves in the course of accomplishing those projects. And it feels good to have accomplishments under our belt. It's like that little, like, when you're doing things without reward, it can get really hard to keep going. And I think that having this, like, hard work, then I got rewarded, then you're like, okay, so I can do projects and I can accomplish things without running myself ragged and being mean to myself. So I really see like a newfound sense of love for yourself, and like, oh, this is what self-care is. This is how you take care of yourself. So yay, so that's for May. And then we're going into June. Gemini. Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna be a 38. Okay. Yes, we have the Emperor. Okay, so I really see, oh my gosh, 2019 is gonna kick ass, people. Mia, oh my, just came in. I am a Gemini. Yeah, so we are in June now, and we have the Emperor. So I feel like, a lot of people had a really, 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 really rough time in 2018. A lot of loss, both, mental, physical. It was just rough on people. Hey, Mia. And so having this good of a start, being able to feel like you're in control of how you start 2019, I think is just huge for people. And then it looks like, going through and accomplishing things, and just it being like that, thank God, because 2018 was hard. And then learning to finally figure out what self-care means for you. It's not always, bubble baths, although that's pretty fun too. But self-care means so much, and how you talk to yourself and how you think about yourself. And I think a lot of us are going to be able to get a hold of that. And then that is where we, in June, start to feel more powerful and more in control of our lives. Of like, oh, this is how I talk to myself, and this is, you start to feel the power within yourself, and what you're actually able to accomplish and do, by having those little victories. You're starting to build your self-esteem. And so I really see that Emperor energy for us for June, which I'm excited because that's my birth month. We have the really diving into learning. Could be higher learning, like going off to college. Could be just diving into books and societal norms, beliefs. And now with a much more stable base for yourself, you as a person, you can start to question or learn new modalities, ways of thinking, and start to kind of like figure out, like, why do I do this in my life? Why do I do this? Maybe I could, change my thinking this way. What if I just made a little tweak this way? And these little tweaks, I think, are going to lead up to some big life changes. But with the Hierophant, I see a lot of this, like, questioning learning and learning more. So not always just taking a book at its face value, like, oh, well, this is how this religion is done, or, oh, this is how things are always done. But it's like, why? You start asking why. And you're coming from a place of more self-confidence too, to be able to ask why. So I think that's pretty awesome for July. Rolling with the homies. Going into August, we have the Empress. So with new knowledge comes new projects. Again, starting on a new project, helping to create things. Angela said July is my birth month, so the Hierophant makes sense for me as a month of reflection on the past year and taking into account, well, what I want to learn in the next year. Well, good. That's good. I'm glad you guys it's resonating or connecting with you guys. The Empress is one of my fave cards in like the entire tarot deck. So I love, George said, I always think Clueless when I hear Rolling with it. Yes, that was my Clueless reference. Rolling with the homies. So, yeah, August, I see just a lot of like, now that you've learned a few new things about yourself, about the world, maybe actually learning a new skill, now there are some new projects that you can start on and really flourish with, because now you have this stronger base, this more self-confidence. You know how to not be so hard on yourself, you know, so yeah. Um, let's see, Sherry Bug, I'm really starting to like that deck. Oh, this is like my soul deck right now. I love this deck so much. So many major arcana cards coming up for 2019. I know, right? We have Magician, Temperance, Hanged Man, Emperor, Hierophant, and Empress. That's 6, and we are 2, 4, 6, 8 months into the year. That's like I said, big shifts, like that whole um, Tiger Lily and Tiger Nautilus. Big shifts, people. um, not without some growing pains, but you know, it's not nothing, not nothing. English teacher, it's not anything that we can't get through. Obviously, by seeing the accomplishments and the personal growths, and being happy with those growths that I see so far. So that's pretty awesome. All right. Wow, that is a lot of majors. By the way, I use this deck a lot, so it's not like it's not shuffled. New Age said 2019 is going to be the year I do the shit, and I've been meaning to do that since 2016. Sherry Bug, I'm planning on a new job as an EMT and on into paramedic school in 2019. Oh my God, so there's like a lot of good things for you guys. So excelente. Okay, so August. Okay, now we're going into September. Hey, Wally. Is Loki away now? I guess the Lok-ster is out. Wally, you gonna help with the reading? You know, it's not a good year without a magical puma. Yeah. You gonna have my tea? That's gross. Yeah. Okay, on into September. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love this card. Now I'm thinking Clueless. Group Hang, 3 of Cups. So, with the project or whatever you had in mind, whatever you were thinking up in, Sherry Bug said must have Puma and Panther magic. Yes. With the Empress card in August, I see you coming together and collaborating with some people, or at least sharing your ideas with friends, and them actually putting in some ideas where you're like, oh, yeah, we could do it that way. So this doesn't always have to be work. It's like whatever area of your life, you know, you may be talking about. But yeah, I see this like sharing your project or the knowledge of your project with someone and being like, oh, and then making it better. So not just like keeping it like to yourself, like a little golem, like he's my precious, you know. But yeah, you know, so it's yeah, just sharing it with your friends. Okay, so that's September. October. Okay, going into October. Nice. So going into Queen of Wands, you have Sass. So yes, oh gosh, what's her name? Loki, you have to stay put away right now. Angela said, Sherry Bug, my father worked as an EMT paramedic firefighter. Thank you for wanting to go into the difficult field and wanting to help others. I know, right? Because that's, whoo, that is a job I could not do. I mean, you know, a child throws up in my classroom and I'm like, oh, everybody out of the classroom, gotta call in the janitor, gotta clean this up. I do not do vomit, you know, so wow, you know, more props to you. Okay, so October with the Queen of Wands, I see that that project that you were thinking up and creating back in August. And then in September, kind of sharing that idea with others, or maybe even collaborating with people, and saying, okay, so this is how definitely we're going to do this project. And then I see this Queen of Wands is then taking control of the project and moving forward. No like permission needed, like just like I know what I'm gonna do. Like I've been doing this since the start of the year. I've been making stuff happen. I've been doing the shit, so so yeah, nice. And October, and it being the witch's new year, and Samhain, and you know uh veil being thin, so of course you're having some help from your ancestors and things like that, so that's gonna be awesome. um Sherry of course, thank him for his service to us. Excuse me. Then I had a frog in my throat. Okay, it's a cute mug. It's a little hard to drink from it though. Okay, so it's October going into November, getting closer to the end of the year. The moon. Okay, so usually with the moon, I'm thinking of like intuition, and usually that's like what I always get from the moon card. But with this little wolf like looking at me with this moon card, what I really feel like for November is the people that had like moved forward in these projects, just like Telio, and going for it, and just knowing exactly what they want out of this project, whether it be in their spiritual life, their work life, relationships, or whatever it may be. That it's almost like the universe is saying, I can't give away all my secrets. Some things will just have to be surprises. Angela said, oh, wishing the best of luck in her new job and in paramedic school for Sherry Bug. So yeah, it's a surprise. I'm not seeing it as anything like scary, like tower moment, like, it's more like, you'll see. You'll see when, because sometimes we're always like, well, I don't know. Should I take that leap? Because what if this and what if that? And actually I came across something in my Instagram's feeds at Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. In the Instagram feed, somebody said her therapist had told her, when anxiety and things come up and you start thinking like, well, what if I fail? What if, I faint? Or what if, and things that feed into our anxiety, the negative what ifs, and to change your mindset of what if you succeed? What if you win? And so by the universe keeping this secret from us in November, it's like saying, move forward, and whatever anxieties you may have, don't feed into them with the negative what if I fail. Start saying to yourself, what if I succeed? What if I win? What if I do the thing that I said that I was gonna do? What if I make that shit a reality? What if? So yeah, so that is November, not giving away all the secrets, and then going on into December, exactly 1 year from now. Angela said, I love to remind myself of the saying, what if I fail? Oh my dear, what if you fly? Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. We have so many like good quotes flying around in this session. I'm gonna have to like go back and rewatch this and write some of this stuff down. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Okay, so this one I see more as of a reflection once we get into December 2019. We have the Five of Swords, and here we have like these girls just chilling on the bleachers, looking out on the football field, and the quote down here says, you win some, you lose some. And I think, well, actually, no, it says you win, someone loses, but I see that as you win some, you lose some. And so yeah, I think my intuition read it right the first time. So I think December, looking back and saying, okay, well, I had some successes here. I tried some stuff out here. It didn't work, but that's okay, because that freed things up for me to try it this way, by learning how not to do things, like Thomas Edison or whatever. There are 99 ways not to make a light bulb. So you um you know, and it's gonna be with anything that we try and do. But like in one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's speeches, he said, "Don't be afraid to fail." You know, so um, yeah, you know, and if you do fail, then you know how not to do something, and now you know how to succeed next time. So I think this is just a nice reflection that we have going back in looking back onto the year of 2019 of like, oh, you know, well, I had to fail in that so that I could meet with this person, so that I could do that. And it's that whole butterfly effect thing. So, yeah. Whew. So that was us 2019. What do you guys think? I think it kicks ass. Like I'm like, please let this all be me. I hope this is like reflecting like my year, because it sounds awesome, and I hope that it reflects like each and every one of your years. But like I said, it's not specific to anyone. But I hope this is us. Max said it's a nice thing to start my day and manifest some good stuff. Yes, Sherry Bugs, this should be awesome. I am so excited. You guys are all sounds like you're starting on great projects, schooling, like, yeah. And oh, I should tell you my Wally Oracle. Um, Last night I sent off all my whatchamacallit, my files for the cards, because I turned them all. I don't know if you guys are all like Photoshop techie nerds like myself, but I finally got all 64 cards. I got them all put into the right sizing. So they're all 91 millimeters by 129 millimeters. And I had to turn it into millimeters for the printing company in China. You know, that way it saves on cost, it being that size. Sherrybug says, do you do a year closing ritual? I guess I never really thought of that, but I kind of do. I just never really thought of it as being a ritual. So I will share that in a moment. And so I had to, oh, and then I had to fix the borders of the cards. So I just took my Photoshop file that is the border, and I had to like move the symbols around so they don't get chopped off during printing. So I just had to kind of like move everything in a little bit, and plus they were going to be just like a smidge smaller, not too much smaller. So then I had to apply the border to all 64 cards. I had to change the sizing of all 64 cards, and then I had to go back through and I had to duplicate all of them so I can convert them all into CMYK, which is the printing coloring. Because normally when you print like photographs, or just like sharing things on the computer, it's RGB, yeah, RBG. My brain's all bleh. So so yeah, I had to convert it all into CMYK, which meant I had to go back and tweak the coloring a little bit on all of them so that the colors would print and show up, because some of the colors were very saturated, so I had to like desaturate a lot of things, which is kind of like a bummer, but like that's how printing is. Like some things are going to be a little desaturated when the final print comes in. So now all the cards are there, the backing is there, and then this weekend I wanted to, because I already finished the guidebook. They have the guidebook, so I want to do the guidebook cover, which should take me, that'll be like a 1-day project, and it's going to be Wally on top of the world. It was actually Wally on top of a physio ball, but I'm going to like superimpose the world underneath him because it's Wally's world, and I'm not going to have any wording on the guidebook. Like it won't say the guidebook, it's just going to like have the picture, and then inside is the guidebook, because I think you guys can figure out that it's a guidebook. Angela said, so exciting, can't wait to see the sample when you get it. I know, right? I'm like, I'm so excited. And I'm definitely probably going to have to do like a Kickstarter or something like that, because it's quite a bit of money, because I have to print a minimum of 550 copies, and it's quite a bit. So I know I'm going to do a Kickstarter, but at least I'll have a sample copy to like show you guys, and show you guys the guidebook and the box and everything. The box, probably a couple-day project, maybe even just a day. Yeah, probably a couple-day project. Because I have to do the cover, And you have to do something called a separation file. So anytime you have foil printing, like I'm going to have foil printing on the symbols on the cards, I had to do a separation file for that so that it knows how to, like, where to print. And on card 64, where it has our old cat Presley, is it being like the ending of a beginning or the beginning of an ending? He's surrounded in gold too, so I had to do a little separation file for him. And then I'm gonna have to do a separation file for the cover of the box because it's gonna be in like gold foil. This is Wally's World, a healing journey through sacred sites. So Wally, the same Wally that I'm gonna have on the guidebook cover, is gonna be on there, surrounded by my roses from my garden. On the inside though, I wanted to do, I think it's just, well, I'm going to figure out what color I want. It's probably just going to be white. But I want to put a quote in there. You guys will see the quote. I have the quote. I know what quote I want in there. It's my quote, like me. I came up with it. And then the bottom of the box, I want it to be kind of a baby blue, and that kind of goes with the hemimorphite color that's on the back of the cards. So it's just going to be like a powder baby blue for the bottom of the box on the outside and on the inside. And then on the inside, I'm also going to have an outline of the flower, or the seed of life. So not the flower of life, but the seed of life, because it's a beginning. It's a beginning of your healing journey. And that's also kind of on the center of the rose that's on the back of the cards. So that way the cards always lay on the seed of life. So I thought that might be kind of cool. Originally, I wanted to put that in gold foil too, but I was like, it's too much. I'm adding to the cost a little too much. So I think just a nice, like faded, seed of life, you know, might be nice in there, like lower the opacity of it. So yeah, so the box will probably just be a 2-day project. The guidebook, probably a 1-day project to do the cover. Send those babies off, turn them into CMYK for printing, do my little separation file. Woo! My goal was to finish this damn deck before the end of my winter break. I will succeed. Let's see. Angela said, I will be so backing it on Kickstarter. Well, thank you. I can't wait to like do my whole Kickstarter video and everything. Max said, sounds fab. Why 150 copies? It's 550 copies. That's the minimum for a lot of the big printer places, is 550 copies. It makes it worth their while, and for them to be able to turn a profit. You know, some have a minimum of like 500 copies, you know, that when you print anything like books, decks, or things like that, it's like there's just a minimum, and the minimum for this company is 550. But this company has done a lot of the decks that you guys have seen. Actually, it's the Ethany's the one that referred me to them, so I'm using Ethany's company or the one that she used. It's gonna be a matte finish, and actually I can show you. Oh, Wally just got on my lap, but I can show you. They sent me a bunch of sample cards and sample boxes so that I could see like what they can do. And I actually have like one of the cards they sent me is the finish that I want. It's not totally the edging I want. I want a different kind of gold because they have different shades of gold. And it's the cardstock that I want. So, and it's the size. So it's the size, it's the texture, it's the cardstock. Wally? Okay, we will eat. You can go get it, please. Wally? There is a Wally on my lap. Wally, let me go get something, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna go get something. Yeah, I disturbed the puma. I'll be right back. Let me go get those cards. Ugh. Ooh. 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 Give him bacon, yes. You know, Wally and Loki are actually not bacon people. I am so surprised. Okay. So boxes they have sent me. I'm just gonna do a regular tuck box, but they were just showing me like the types of boxes they do. So obviously these are decks that they have printed. Mine's just gonna be. They also did the golden thread tarot. So mine's just going to be a regular box, just like this. And then they had like all these decks that they have printed, and some are holographic, which I thought was kind of cool, but I'm like, no, I don't want to go overboard. Okay. Let me get back to where you guys can see. Okay, so this is going to be the size. So this is, make sure, there we go. It's going to be 91 millimeters by 129 millimeters, which is like 3.5 by 5 inches. So that'll be the size. So it'll be good for shuffling. This is the cardstock, so it's kind of like thick, but not too thick. So it's still kind of bendy, especially if people like to riffle shuffle, which I'm not. I'm a side shuffler, but thick enough. It's one of their more high quality thicknesses. It's 330. And then this is the matte finish. Woo. There you go. So you can see there's like a slight sheen, but it's mostly matte. So yeah, this is going to be my cards. All right, so let me put these back. Wally, they just wanted to see. Okay, heading back. Okay. Oh, my bum. Okay. So yeah, I'm really excited about it and can't wait to hear back from my printer because, you know, they have to like proof the cards first. Like they do a digital proof to make sure that like everything is exactly how it should look and how I'm gonna like it. And yeah, so I'm really excited. And okay, I wanted to finish off for us because I wanted this to be kind of a special New Year's 2019, set you guys off on a, you know, positive note. You know, I wanted this to be, well, I mean, I think I try to make all my live chats nice and positive, but you know, just nice and fun. And let's see, how many people are in here? We have 12. We could do this. Okay, I'm gonna take some tea, and I want to just tap into the energy without pulling cards of each and every one of you. Yeah, just send you like a like I'm gonna ask from your guides just a good message for you for 2019. So it's as if I'm pulling a card, but I'm pulling a card from the universe. So if you would like me to just do a little, just like a tap in, it could be just a symbol that I tell you. It could just be a word, you know, but nothing too in depth because we've been on here for quite some time, and I do want you guys to have an awesome Saturday, you know. And then I have to get back to the Wally Oracle. I want to start on the guidebook today. So okay, my tea for next week is good. Okay. So New Age, if you're still on, if you don't mind taking all those names, whew, and then I will give you guys a message. So I'm gonna pull a card from the universe. Sorry, I'm just putting my cards away while I wait for everybody. Okay, Max 2. Excelente. I'm gonna hold on to my little piece of chrysocolla. It's kind of chilly, so that's why I'm in my sweatpants. I'm going in my live chat in my sweatpants. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw the shirt while people are chiming in. It says Jurassic Trail. You have died of dysentery and velociraptors. So I used to play that Oregon Trail thing back when I used to have MS-DOS. Run, DOS, run. In fact, I had a DOS computer going into college. I had a typewriter in high school. Angela said that shirt is amazeballs. Yes, Jurassic Trail. Oh, Nicholas. This one is Hemimorphi from the dude back in, I don't know, a couple years ago. So that's the back. But yeah, it's just hemimorphite, one of my favorite stones in the whole world. And then underneath, I'm wearing the necklace that was gifted to me for my hashtag GiveCember. But I'm afraid if I show it, because the person watches this channel, then he'll know that I'm the one that got him the gifts. So, and it's supposed to be secret. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll back and see the first person. Okay, first person was Angela Grady. Okay, Angela, what I got for your message, I was asking for your guides, just like anything for you for 2019. Um, and your guides were saying, first they kept saying, alone, 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 and then don't be alone. So like you don't even have to go like parties and stuff, but just um, taking the time to spend time with like friends, and it doesn't have to be in huge groups. It could be like one friend. It could be like talking on the phone for, you know, just a couple of minutes. You don't have to set out like quantitative amounts of time for friends and family, but or maybe even significant others. But it's just making sure that what you do in 2019, you share whatever you do with people. So sharing your ideas, sharing, yeah, I just keep getting this, don't be alone. Um, you know, so don't be the hermit, be more of the Three of Cups. So, yeah. So that was for Angela. Uh, Max said now he knows. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. After Angela was Sherry Bug, and then Max. Okay, so Sherry Bug and then Max. Okay. Oh, okay. New Ages pop back in. Okay, so right, Sherry Bug. You guys are lucky. You got a Wally on my lap. He's helping me out. Okay. Okay, Sherry Bug, yours is a little quirky. Let me know if you understand it, because I kind of do and don't. Okay, so I saw the Rugrats, and I think it's been such a long time since I saw Rugrats, I barely remember their names, but I think Tommy was the main baby in Rugrats, like with the blue shirt and the diaper, like kind of walking around sometimes. Um, and then there was like that older sister, I forget her name, but she was a brat. And I just see like the Rugrats thing, and I see like this Tommy moving away from this brat. So, Angelica, there you go. Thank you, New Age. So, like what I heard for the message for you was like you don't need to keep yourself in the company of people like that. Like you can just walk away. It's not rude. It's totally fine. Like don't feel like you have some sort of like allegiance. And if it's a boss, you know, because sometimes we feel like, oh, well, what if it's, you know, somebody's acting yeah, acting the Angelica, but totally not the angel. But they're a higher up, or we see them as like superior somehow, like they're mom or dad, or they're a boss. Um, you're an adult, and it's not okay for anybody to treat you in a way that you feel is not fitting for you. So if it is a boss, there are polite ways that you could say, I just felt with that comment, you know, that you know, it didn't sit well with me, or could you rephrase that in a way that, you know, So you don't have to say, man, you was being a, like, you don't have to do that, but hey, Jezebel, love the way, well, thank you, thank you. I decided to go a little burgundy today. um, so yeah, in 2019, whoever is acting like this Angelica character from the Rugrats, you don't have to keep yourself in their company, no matter who they are. So that's just what I was getting. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to tell people that what they said or how they acted was not okay. It's just and you don't have to be mean about it. You can be cool about it. Okay. Who do we have next? I think it was, oh, Max the Mud Hater, please. Okay. Max, no feet in the mud. Okay. Okay, Max, yours is really interesting because I'm seeing a toddler dressed as a little princess with like a little cardboard castle, and in her brain she is slaying the dragons, and I just see her with her magic wand. She's just cracking down like, I slay the dragon, like poof, poof, like she's like making the dragons go away. And so kind of what I'm getting with that, it's very childlike, it's very magical, kind of like with this this like magician feeling, or that card that we got for January for 2019. That it's very like, um maybe not looking at everything so seriously, like my life is hanging, on the threshold of this, like this decision, like, my whole life hangs in the balance of this, and it's like, what is meant to be will be. Doesn't mean sit back and like do nothing, but like go out and have fun, try your best. That's like all you can do. Try your best. The outcome will be what it was meant to be. But have fun with things. And when you fail, have fun with your failures. That's kind of what I'm getting. So, yeah. So just that little kid, like, I slay the dragon. Ooh, sorry, got a neck kink there. Okay. I plan is to not take things too seriously next year. Cool. Yes, not too seriously. All right. Jezebel said, "Love that picture, dragon slaying princess." Yes. Okay, so Celtic witch is next. Okay, Holly, you're on my real hair. This my real hair. Okay. Okay. Celtic witch. It was very interesting. Don't be a fool, no princess, my baby's gift, my new age. Okay, so Celtic Witch, it was, at first I was hearing all these songs from the group Bush, with the totally hot Gavin Rossdale. Ugh. So I'm like hearing all these songs, and then I was like, is it a message in the songs? And then it was like, no. Then it shows me Gavin Rossdale and Gwen Stefani. And then it shows me Gwen Stefani, Gavin Rossdale, how they've split, and now she's like with her new dude and whatever they're doing over there. And it's like, so I see like for 2019, not necessarily talking relationships, but I'm talking like things that you were really connected to, like things or a certain way or a habit, and being cut from it. And at first it being like, holy what, why, I thought, but I'm so used to this, I'm used to this way of doing things or this person, and it's like, why? but everything ends up just turning out just fine. So if in 2019,